Mic check, mic check, mic check.
got to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up. And throughout the world today.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. Hi, y'all. It's Country and Western Tuesday, and you can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE, Jesse, Jesse. And my biblical question for this week, very interesting. It occurred as I was doing the show yesterday. Isn't that amazing? Yes, Jesse. That is amazing. The biblical question. Have you ever asked yourself whether you are ascending or descending spiritually? Have you ever asked yourself, even though it doesn't say yourself, how come it doesn't say yourself? Why?
Because when I texted it to y'all, I didn't include the yourself part. But when I heard you say it, I included the yourself part.
But I don't see it here.
Right.
I don't see yourself.
Because I didn't, that's not what I texted to Derek and them.
Oh, okay. It's your fault.
Yes.
It's the white man's fault trying to keep the black man down. It's hard on the black man in America. Have you ever asked yourself whether you are ascending or descending spiritually? We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com/show. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. And then if you are you got to run around, you got to go downtown New York and shout support for Hezbollah. Hezbollah. You got to go and shout support for Palestine in downtown New York. You can podcast the show while you're going out to the support of our enemies, but you still could be listening to the show on your phones by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bun JLP Cash App. Bun JLP Cash App. Amazing. And it is, again, already Hee-haw Country and Western Tuesday.
All my thoughts, well, they've all been lies. They let me down every single time because the devil's been making homes inside my head. The good, the bad, the glad, the sad. If I could let them all go and give them to God, well, maybe he'd take this anger from my soul. And I shine like a light that's too bright to see. And I can lean on God so he can lean on me. Forgiveness, righteous, perfect peace.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, amazing. I can literally listen to that song all day long until the cows come home. That is an amazing song, and so true. In reflecting again, I realized something about human beings. Number one, human beings are crazy. Crazy. You're so crazy. Human beings are crazy. And I realized that human beings, men and women, male, females, do not want to be without problems. They do not want to be without problems. And this you can bank on. Who will I be? What will my day be? How will my life be if I didn't have problems? And they won't even stop and find out what would life be if they didn't have problems. You already have a problem today, and the day just got started. How many worries have you had already? How many bouts of fear have you experienced already? And your day is just beginning. Well, in some parts of the world, you're on a new day, already Wednesday. But how many jealousy and envy, worry, thrills have you already had? How many anger, thrills have you already experienced just today? You love it. You want it, and you love it. And that's why you have it, because you love it. You don't want a life without problems. You think you won't be eating one if you didn't have problems. I got to have problems to solve. And you suffer. And you love your suffering. Human beings are crazy. Human beings love going outside of themselves and blaming others. They love it. They love believing the lie that somebody else is their problem, that someone or something outside of themselves made them that way, made them feel something, made them angry, made them happy, made them love, made them this and that. They love looking outside. And they love blaming others. Even when you tell them that, you know what, all of your issues are inside of you, and they are all an illusion. They're not even real. You tell them to lay their weapons down. There's no need to fight. But they go out and fight anyway. And they pretend that they're fighting for a cause. I'm fighting for abortion. I'm fighting against abortion. I'm fighting for Hamas. I'm fighting against Hamas. I'm fighting for Hezbollah. I'm fighting against Hezbollah. Every failed nature has a cause. And then some people are awarded for fighting for their cause. They get the award, they go to the award dinner, they get the award, and the audience applauds, and they smile and feel really good, a thrill of feeling good because they're being noticed. And then they go home and cry as soon as the applause die down. They're like, wow, I thought I was a hero. I felt like a hero on that stage. I thought I was wonderful. The audience loved me. And they go home and cry because they believed a lie. They believe that there is something out there worth fighting for, not wanting to know that there's nothing out there worth fighting for. It's inside of you. And in reality, there's nothing inside of you to fight or fight for. It's interesting, over the years in counseling, I counsel with men and women around the world by phone, Skype, or walk-in. And they all have the same problems, same issues, same complaints. Different situations, but the same thing. They are mad at somebody. They are worried about something. And they love fighting. Have you noticed that human beings love fighting? They love the thrill of arguing and going after someone or people. Who would I be if I didn't have my thrills? They say. They say. They get mad at something or somebody. And then you tell them, no, be a doormat. There's nothing there to fight for. There's no reason to fight for anything except to protect yourself physically if you need to. But they're like, no, that cannot be. We got to fight for the cause. We are patriot Americans. We got to fight for the country. Never winning any battles. They blame others. And then you tell them, no, your fight, your enemy is inside of you, not outside at all. Your enemy is an illusion. To defeat your enemy within, that are pretending to be your friend, your enemies pretend to be your friend inside of you. You defeat them by not fighting with them. They have no power. They have no authority. They have nothing. They have been defeated already. But you fight with thoughts and feelings. You fight with this or that inside of you. And I'm like, no, the more you fight, the worse it's going to get. You're giving power to your enemy in your own self by fighting with them. It's just a thought. It's not even real. And they won't do it. They're like, Jesse, no, I fight with it. Human beings are crazy. And they fight. And they love the thrill of fighting. They got to fight with something inside of them. If not, they'll find someone or some situation outside to fight. And they do. They spend a lifetime of fighting when the battle has already been won and you are free and you can live, but you rather suffer. Human beings are crazy. It reminded me of a story I once heard of one of those, what you call those health doctors? Telepathic doctors? Is that what you call it? Holistic doctors. This holistic doctor, this story I heard, was he was known as a holistic doctor. And so people started hearing about him. And when they saw him, he looked well. He seemed fine. And they're like, doctor, how can I look and be healthy like you? And the doctor's like, yeah, you really want it? Yes, I really do want to be healthy. And the holistic doctor said to them, all right, I'm going to tell you how to do it. If you do it, you will be healthy. Not you might be healthy, you will be healthy. Isn't that amazing? And the people like, thank you, doctor. Yes, what should I do? And so the doctor said, okay, on this particular health journey, you got to travel it by yourself. You got to go out there and find the berries and the vegetables and things by yourself. You cannot take anyone with you on this journey. You must travel by yourself. Like, okay. And so the doctor said, okay, take these buckets, go up on that mountain, go out there into the fields. There are berries and things planted out there amongst the weeds. And then just look around, be present and look around, and you'll see the different berries amongst the weeds. And when you find the berries, you come on back, and I'll tell you the next thing to do. But you got to go out and couple hundred people together had gathered around him. He said, but you can't go out there in groups. You got to go out there alone in the field and find the berries amongst the weeds. Okay, they were all happy. And they took the buckets and they went out to the field. A bunch of weeds out there, but there were berries under there. And they looked and they looked. And after a while, they started to get irritated. This is harder than what I thought. I can't do this. And they started to get angry. And they went back to the doctor because they found nothing. Because it didn't happen fast enough for them. Soon enough. It was taking too long. And they got mad. And they went back to the doctor and said, Doctor, this was a setup. We couldn't find anything. You put us on the wrong path. They got angry and blamed the doctor for their failure. The doctor knew that the berries were there, and the doctor knew if you found the berry, you're going to be well. You're going to be fine. You're going to have amazing health. But they didn't believe it because it didn't happen soon enough. And then they had to travel alone. They wanted to be amongst the crowd because they love fighting. And whenever two or more gather, there's going to be a fight. You put two people together, they're going to fight. They love fighting. And the doctor said, hey, calm down. The berries are there. Take your time, look amongst the weeds. And they went back. And they didn't do what the doctor said again. They gathered. They were mad at the doctor. They formed a group. And they went back and yelled at the doctor. And the doctor was like, what the? And so the doctor said, okay, you know what your problems are? Your problems is you won't take advice. You didn't take my advice. Number one, I said, you got to do it alone. This is one journey of finding the right medicine. You got to go by yourself. But you joined the groups. You got mad. And you blame. He said, you can't even blame me or anyone on this journey. You got to see that nobody else is your fault. Nobody else is the fault for you. It's in you. But you got mad. You don't listen. Human beings don't listen. They don't follow instructions. And they blame the person that point the way for them when it doesn't work. Isn't that amazing? They blame someone else. They blame the teacher because it didn't work, because they didn't follow instructions. Same thing with the people I point the way for to the light. I say, hey, do the silent prayer. Stay present. If you stay present, you got to be in the light. And the more you stay present, come in and out, you're going to go in and out for a minute because you're so addicted and traumatized by thoughts. You believe that they're yours and that they're you and that they're true. So, but just come back. Don't judge yourself. Don't get frustrated. Just come back to the present. Stay in the light. And what do? They don't even do the silent prayer. I say, hey, become a doormat. You will see there's nothing there. You are not being attacked. You have not lost anything but an illusion. They won't even be a doormat. I tried. I had to go off, they say. I tried to do the silent prayer, but it's just too hard. I started and then I stopped. I haven't done it in a month or two. I got all these problems. They don't listen. They won't stay in reality and know that that's the only thing that's real is reality. There's nothing else that's real. They won't listen. So they never find the berries, the fruits, the vegetables that make you well. They never find the light. They won't listen. And then they fight. They go back out and fight with their wives, girlfriends, husbands, friends, neighbors, and everybody. They fight over religion. Do you know that human beings are so lost and so dumb? Yeah, dumb. Anyone that has emotions are dumb. Do you know that human beings are so dumb they fight over religion? They'll even fight over God. They fight over God. Think about that. Human beings with no power at all fighting over God. Like God can't fight for himself if he needed to fight. God tell you not to fight, but you fight for God. Fight for Jesus. Can you get any dumber than that? Somebody make a sign about Jesus and they make it weird, and they go out and put that sign up, and you're like, oh no, they're attacking religion, they're attacking Jesus, and then you go fight. And Jesus is like, what the? Jesus said, with the message from the Father, to lay your weapon down. There's no one or nothing to fight. You're free. You're in prison. And Jesus said, you know what I did for you? I hid the key that will unlock the door under your meal plate. When the workers, the lunch people bring your lunch to you, the key to unlock the door is under the plate. You never look under there. And you stay in prison for a lifetime. And then finally one day, you're like, let me look under this plate and see what Jesus was talking about. And you look and you find the key that would unlock the cell door. And you're like, oh my Lord, I spent a lifetime in prison. What the? I didn't listen to Jesus. You don't listen to the thing that will make you free. You don't listen to, don't judge, but to love God with all your heart, soul, and might, and your neighbor and your enemy as yourself. Love your enemy. Because if you don't, what you're doing to your enemy or your neighbor or both, you're doing it to God. The way you're treating your neighbor is the way you're treating yourself and God. You want to listen to that? Love is the answer, not emotional love. Emotional love is a sign that something's wrong with you. You haven't found the answer. But you won't listen. I tell you all the time, it's inside of you. It's not outside of you. Stop looking on the outside. And you go and look on the outside. Never finding what you're looking for. You're not going to find it in people, places, or things, or physical material things, or nothing. It's in you. And it's spiritual. What a sad way to live, right? Fighting because you've been deceived by evil that you should fight. Who will I be if I don't fight? What kind of life would I have if I don't fight? If I let people just walk all over me, you say. Not knowing that there's no you to walk all over. You literally think that there's a you. Can you get any dumber than that? You literally don't know. It's just a thought that tells you that there's a you. It's just a thought. And I tell you and suggest to you, practice being present so you can catch the thought before it comes into your conscious self and deceive you. But you won't stay in the light, so you never see the darkness until you start feeling the emotion there. When the emotion comes, you overreact. And that's what the darkness want you to do. Because the more you overreact, the more you think that there's a you. Because you're reacting, you're feeling the pain in your body, and you're calling it you. You don't have to suffer, but you want to. I don't care what you've done, when you did it, how you did it. It was never you. There's no one to fight, inside of you or outside of you. If you become aware of the thought, you will eventually see. And it'll be painful because, oh, God, this hurt. How it hurt. Where will it end? I've been doing this for so long. The pain is too great. But if you stay with it and just catch those little thoughts like that, eventually you will see it was just a thought. That was never me. It was a thought. There's no me. It was never me feeling the pain. It was an illusion. The pain was in my body, but I'm not the pain. I'm not the fear. I'm not the worry. I'm not the jealousy. I'm not the envy. I'm not the resent, all that mess, whatever. Suicidal thoughts and all that mess. It's not you. You have decided to choose death over life. And you always speak death into your life. You never speak life into your life. You speak death. I'm angry. I'm lost. I'm sad. I'm sick. I'm poor. I'm rich. I'm black. I'm white. I'm male. I'm female. I'm this. I'm that. You speaking death into your own life. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Where will you speak life into your life? All is well on earth as it is in heaven. I don't need to look for love. I have love. I'm of love. Love and I are one. One with the love, and the love is one with me. I already have it, so I don't need it from you or anyone else. Why don't you speak life into your life? You speak death. You say you need love. You say I'm lonely. Speaking death into your own life. When it's all been done, it's been finished, it's done. But you want to accept the finished job and live your life. And I tell you every day how you can be free. And you reject it in the same way that they rejected Christ. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. When you speak of those things about your false self, you're speaking death. When you're out there looking for love from someone or something, you're speaking death into your own life. When you're out there worshiping Mother Mary, thinking that somehow or another Mother Mary is going to come and pick you up and take you to heaven, you're speaking death into your life. Christ said, I have to go back now to the disciples. They're like, teacher, no, don't go, no. It's like, no, don't worry. I will send you another teacher. He will make a home in you, and he will teach you all things. Back in a moment. Totally disagree with the way things are going, but you can't be angry. Because that's what the enemy wants. He wants to control you. They do things to make you mad so they can control you. It's like being married. And the wife would do things to make you mad, or she'll do things to make you feel good. And men do that to women too when they want something from the woman, especially sex. They'll make her feel good or they'll make her angry. And the woman's gonna have the sex. You don't want to be angry. You want to speak up. You want to disagree with what's going on. It's wrong, but do not be angry. Then you won't have fear. You won't have doubt. You won't have worries. You'll be able to see, but you gotta stay away from anger. That's why you must forgive your mothers and your fathers so that you can overcome the spirit of anger. It's a spirit and it's wicked. Nothing good in anger because it has no love, folks. You need love to defeat evil. And love is not a weakness. It's a strength. It's from God. It's His nature. All thoughts are all lies, all the time about anything. All thoughts are all lies, all the time about anything. You can live your life without thinking. As a matter of fact, I recommend you live your life without thinking. You go into practical thinking where you need to get something to eat, nourish your body, or fix your car, or repair your car, or whatever. But then you come back to non-thinking when you get that done. Because you're not going to live with practical thinking. You live by non-thinking. But you won't stop. You won't listen. And then you blame someone else because you won't listen. You're always looking outside, blaming others for the way you feel and the way you think. You're not even catching the thought as they travel up to you. You won't catch them and destroy it. You won't catch it. I say, hey, catch the thought. It's just a thought. It's not even real. But you let them drop down into emotions, and now you're happy now because you feel like there's something to fight for now. You got a problem. Somebody's against you, or somebody's for you. Somebody did this and somebody did that. I got to fight back. I notice that when people get, especially today, when people get sick and they think that they have conquered the sickness, or sometimes even when they haven't, they create a cause. They go and do a GoFundMe page. We got to raise money for heart attacks. We got to raise money for cancer. And they feel good, but it's all for themselves to get a fake feeling of feeling good and a false feeling of feeling important. You have everything you need already in you. You make a horrible mistake looking on the outside, but you don't listen. Anyway, the women's forum is Thursday night. It is the third Thursday night. And listen, check out my merch, amazing merch. And every dime that you spend on merch goes back right into doing the work. I'm a nonprofit, here on the shows and everything. So you're helping in all kinds of ways. When you donate and when you buy merch, coffee. I'm getting hearing about the coffee everywhere. Punchy. Coffee is delicious. And my family member like, Punchy, we're not so really surprised that you have coffee because you've always been kind of an independent person. And the coffee is great punching. And you know, if the family member like the coffee, it must be nice. Because your friends and family members don't. You know, that little jealousy get in there. They don't want to, But they love Punchy's coffee. And they love the mugs and the T-shirts and the hoodies and the just everything. And so, in advance, we appreciate your support. When you buy merch, you're helping others as you're being helped. Even some enemy, they don't like me, but they like the merch. They're like, I don't like you, but I like the coffee. I like the mug. I love your books. They say your books are amazing. The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. It's like tell it all. It brings it home to you. And then the 7 guaranteed steps to spiritual, family, and financial success. God, I'm laughing at the anchor baby because normally I do it the other way around. I mentioned the books, the first one first, and then that one. But I'm doing a little different today. And that's a little small pocket guide. And scam how the black leadership exploits black Americans. See Jesse Jackson there, the Wicked Witch of the West, right behind Jackson, Louis Farrakhan, and Al Sharpton, just to name a few. It's amazing how because you look on the outside, you allow yourself to be deceived. You call death life. You call death life. Isn't that amazing? And you call life death. You're asleep in a dream, walking around thinking you're awake. So check out the merch. Go to and support the merch. Go to JustineLeePeterson.shop or rebuildingtheman.stores. All right? Why don't you lay your weapon down? Look at the world out there. The world crazy. When I say world, I'm talking about human beings. Human beings are evil. And they are getting worse because they have been brainwashed to a point that rebuildingtheman.com/stores. I said rebuildingtheman.store. It's rebuildingtheman.com/stores for the merch and to donate. Human beings are mean and vicious and nasty and wicked. And it's going to get worse. But it doesn't have to, other people's misery doesn't have to affect you if you were the author, the ruler, the controller of your own world. And you can't be. It's been given to you. The authority of your world and your life has been given unto you. But you won't accept it. You don't want to be. You want problems. You don't want to be free. You love those thoughts. You ain't going to give those thoughts. What do you mean? I'm not giving those thoughts up. Is you crazy? I'm going to fight with them. I'm going to do whatever I can not to give them up, even if it's me fighting with them. There's nothing to fight. It's just a thought. Catch it, and you will see it was just a thought. It was never real. I told you before, and I'll tell you again, but do what you want. You can have paradise right here on earth. You don't have to wait to die. You don't have to wait for Mother Mary to carry you up to Jesus or to heaven, wherever she's at. You don't have to wait for Mother Mary to intercede for you. You have an interceder inside of you. The Holy Spirit will intercede for you. He will teach you all things. You don't need Mary or somebody else to do it for you at all. 0. But no, you'd rather be told that you need somebody or something else to do it for you. And so you believe lies, and you're convinced that the lie is true, and you suffer. You never have peace. You never do the one thing that is required of you to enter in and to live in heaven. You don't love. You don't follow God. You don't follow his son, Christ. You don't pick up your cross, your ego, and follow the light. You don't love your neighbor as yourself. He said, if you want peace on earth, and you can have it, pick up your cross and follow me, and love your neighbor as yourself. Treat everyone in the way that I'm treating you, with love, without judgment. But you can't see. You only see the physical body. You don't even see the person, because you don't see the person in you. You don't see yourself as a whole person. You see yourself as divided, because you keep listening to thoughts, to lies. As I said before, my country is now, remember I've been saying they're going to get worse. I've been saying it for a long time. Now it is Europe. Now it is South Africa. Now it is hell on earth. I want to show you something, then I'll take your calls. That is happening on the soils, on the ground, right here in the United States of America. In one of the largest cities, I don't know if it's still the largest cities or state, New York. In the United States of America, you have our enemies who the government allowed to come in free. Just come on in. The doors are open. Y'all walk on in from around the world, and we don't care where you're coming from and what your agenda is, even if it is to take over and destroy the American citizen. You come on in. I'm about to show you something that may be shocking. Yes, New York City is the largest city in the U.S. by population. Google AI said that. Oh, what the? Did you ever imagine you would see this in New York, in America, period, but especially in one of the largest cities? It's here now, and it ain't going away. We've had what, like, according to a report, like 3, maybe 4, but 3 terrorist attacks in the country, in America, since 9/11. I want you to see this. When I saw this in the local news, I'm like, I just shook my head. This is hell on earth, and human beings are evil, and this is what you get. This is from the Times of Israel. The Times of Israel. Anti-Zionist protesters chanted for terrorist group. This is going to blow your mind. Maybe, maybe not, because you love being afraid. You love fighting. So some of you may love this. You love blaming someone else for the way you feel, for your loss. So you may love this. Anti-Zionist protesters chanted for terrorist group, accused Israel supporters of eating babies and raping children, and chanting for death to Israel and the U.S. Death to Israel and the U.S. I've been telling you for a long time, these people think we're the great Satan, and that Israel is a small Satan, and they want to destroy us by any means necessary. You can deceive the infidels. You can befriend the infidel. You can even marry them and destroy them. They are taught to do that. And you're taught to believe lies. But anyway, and chanting for death to Israel and the U.S. at a protest for all coons. All coons? That doesn't sound right there. What is it? Coons?
Yeah, you got it. That's closer.
Oh, not all coons.
No, not that. Al-Quds.
Coons, thank you, Derek. Derek telling me, but I couldn't hear him. I thought it was all
That's why I
coons.
hesitated.
Huh?
No, that's why I hesitated. I saw he was talking to you.
Yeah. Why is this from MO News?
Say it loud and say it clear. We support Hamas here. We support Hamas here. New York City, you will see. New York City, you will see. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. And it is right to rebel. It is right to rebel. USA, go to hell. USA, go to hell. And it is right to rebel. It is right to rebel.
We must speak the names of our martyrs, for they are the architects of our victory. We honor the military prowess, the unbreakable spirit of our beloved commanders, Martyr Yahya Sinwar, the Lion of Gaza, Martyr Hassan Nasrallah, and all of the valiant commanders of the IRGC, Ansar Allah, and the entire axis of resistance.
Allahu Akbar, they say. That's in the United States of America, folks. We're not playing that video according to what we found. It's happening in America, not in Europe. We're not telling you about what's happening in Europe. That's here in New York City, according to the report. Hell to America. They support the leaders of the countries that they left to come here to the greatest country. If they were so happy with their leaders over there, why did they come here? Chanting death to America. And your government let them in, and you keep voting them back in, making sure they stay there. And now the people who let these people into your country are fighting to get back into control so they can do even more damage for money and perceived power. It's not real power, perceived power. And you keep voting for it. You even sound like them. You start saying that, free Palestine. You start saying it too. Because you ain't got no sense. If you're black, you ain't got no sense. If you're white, you don't have any sense. This is in the United States of America now. The good old days are completely gone. The only thing that left are memories for some people, the older people, of the good old days. Do you know people are afraid to even travel now? They're afraid of terrorist attacks on the airplanes. They're afraid to go out to outings because there are going to be some gunshots. They're afraid to even go to school. A terrorist person may drive into the school to kill you. In the United States of America. And it's going to get worse. But you don't have to be afraid if you live from within. You can have peace right here on earth while the rest of the human beings live in fear and suffer and love their thrills and die. It's up to you. All races, doesn't matter what race you are, if you want to be free, it's in you. Male or female, it's in you. You are responsible for your own spiritual life. No one else is. Only you. Your husband, ladies, are not responsible for your spiritual life. If you're married, they're responsible for taking care of you and the kids physically, but not your spiritual life at all. Zero. You are and only you. You got to go up on that mountain and find your own healthy berries. He can't find them for you. Likewise, men, women are not responsible for your spiritual life. They're only subject to you as their husband if you're on the right track. And that means don't resent you even if you're weak. You can have an amazing life on earth or you can suffer on earth. And most people are suffering. Jasmine out of Houston, Texas. Jasmine, you are on the air. Hey, Jasmine. Jasmine, you're on mute. All right, Darren, let me know what's going on. I'll come back to her. She's been waiting. Let me go to Jerome out of New Jersey. Jerome had called yesterday, but I think his phone was, I think he was outdoors or something. Jerome out of New Jersey. Is something wrong with our phone? Hold on, Jerome. Maybe our phones. What? Nah.
Try one more person. Try just somebody. Here, let me do it. Yeah, you got it. Oh, sorry, that's Derek.
Somebody.
Earl, can you hear me?
Earl. No, they were telling me we need to reset the phones. What's the O, James? James said, oh. Never mind, okay.
I just wanted to be doubly sure that there's nothing else I could do.
Okay, want me to try it again?
Okay, I'm going to. One more thing here. Let me try Noah. Noah, are you there?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, so the phones are fine. I think those people were just waiting a while, Jesse.
Oh, okay.
And maybe were unaware that you got to them.
All right. Let me try Jerome again. Jerome out of New Jersey, you're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, can you hear me?
I can, yes, Jerome.
Hey, so I called in yesterday,
Yeah.
but I wanted to continue our conversation about the oil prices right now in America and how it's affecting the everyday person.
All right.
So with these oil prices, I don't think it's right to kind of trivialize it and talk about how, it's, well, there's an increase, but you're still living the same life. You know, you can go to school and you can work a job and, you can adjust your life. But this is a real problem that's affecting Americans. And I feel like the way that you've been kind of speaking about it since the start of the Iran war and the prices going up, I feel like it's been very dismissive of the everyday person. And I feel like it's a little disrespectful as well.
So do you believe that just because the oil prices went up for 1 week or maybe two now, that all of a sudden it affected people's lives? People can't live anymore. All of a sudden they're hungry. They can't go anywhere. Do you really believe that has affected people's lives that fast?
Absolutely.
But what about under Biden? The gas prices was already high. Were their lives already affected?
But they're even higher now.
But there's a but, huh?
No,
were their lives affected under Biden with the high gas prices?
Yeah, and they're even higher now. They're about 50 cents higher now.
But were their lives affected under Biden?
What? But Biden is not in office. Trump is.
Were their lives affected under Biden, Jerome?
I just answered you. You're not accepting the answer.
What's the answer?
I just answered you. You didn't hear me?
No. What's it? Hold on, Jerome. Let me take a quick break. 888-77-JESSE. Hate news, not the fake news. Back to the phones and your super chat in a minute. Taken away from me 29 years ago. I forgave my mother who tried to turn me away from my father, and I returned to my father, and through him, my father on earth, and through him, I was able to return to God. No man or woman can return to God unless you go through the Son. And men are sons of God. There may be weak, pathetic examples of it, but it's the spiritual order of life. God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman, and woman over children. So get from race to responsibility. I write about that. Go to my website, rebuildingtheman.com for an autographed copy, or call 800-411-BOND. And donate to my nonprofit, Bond, the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny. We are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man.
Some serious mess going on in this here old world. Am I right or am I right? This is the end of hour 1 of the JLP Peterson Show. It is Country and Western Tuesday, y'all. Yeehaw. The 17th of March. Happy St. Patrick's Day to those who celebrate. AD 2026. And there is one line open. Come on, call in back in, callers. Well, there was one gal who wasn't there, Jasmine at Houston. And others, you can call in right now, young or old. It is Hake News, not fake news. JLP will be right back, okay? We'll also get to your super chats. We do see them. We appreciate them. Some serious mess going on. There is a supposed U.S. judge, quote unquote, who blocked RFK Jr. from scaling back the childhood vaccine recommendations, as if a judge is a good judge of the vaccine recommendations. That's according to PBS News and Revolver News, and Ground News also mentioned it. Blocking efforts to reshape childhood vaccine policy. And Trump has signed an executive order, or is signing one, creating a national task force to combat fraud. And as you heard at the State of the Union address, I think that was the State of the Union, right? J.D. Vance, Vice President J.D. Vance, will be the head, or is the head of this thing. I do recall that the signing did take place yesterday. I saw it. I saw some footage just after it finished streaming from the White House YouTube account, and it was pretty cool. J.D. Vance was there. Stephen Miller, the based Jewish guy in the Trump administration. So cool. And Trump said he hopes, and he is quite certain, that J.D. Vance will follow through and meet with different people and find out all the fraud. In many cases, it's blue states, but he'll follow it wherever it is, even if it's in red states, even if it's by Republicans. But it's mostly Democrats, of course. They're the party of shenanigans. And so pretty cool. Pretty cool. Better than Kamala being the czar of the border. What a mess. And nice. So that's what's going on, sort of. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Many parts of the world are going to be like, people are going to wear green and stuff, or maybe they already are. And that's the color for celebrating the holiday. You get pinched if you're not wearing green, unless you're at a place where people don't pinch people or people don't really care. The Chicago River is famously dyed a vivid emerald green each year, and it has religious roots, but the holiday has evolved into degeneracy, decadence, a global celebration of supposedly Irish culture, marked by everything from shamrocks and leprechauns to corned beef and green beer. I disclaim. Travel disruptions. The war in Iran, according to Commie Nonsense Network, CNN, is continuing to disrupt travel across the Gulf after Iranian drone strikes triggered 2 major air incidents in recent days. Flights at Dubai International Airport briefly suspended on Monday after a drone struck a nearby fuel tank and igniting a large fire. The shutdown forced cancellations and diversions as aviation authorities closed the airport there, Dubai International. Parts of the UAE's airspace also closed for a few hours overnight after the country said they were responding to incoming missiles and drone strikes from Iran. Wow, Iran is hating everybody. Terrible. Meanwhile, the prices of many global airfares that bypass the Middle East are rising as the conflict drives up oil prices and airlines warn of higher fuel costs ahead. Commie nonsense, the sky is falling. The Iran war is going on. U.S. allies in the Persian Gulf once again under attack. Iran launching drones and ballistic missiles at Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, in recent hours. Tehran, that's the capital of Iran, warning they could target U.S. assets in the Red Sea. So they're trying to push for escalation, I guess. So we'll see what happens. I'm James Hake. Now back to the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, Hour 2. By the way, Women's Forum.
got to stand up strong. Ain't the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. Hi, y'all. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE, JESSE, Jesse. And my biblical question, have you ever asked yourself whether you are ascending or descending spiritually? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Am I descending or descending spiritually? An amazing question, right? Yes, Jesse, that is amazing. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show, jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about, you got to go and chant Death to America in New York or anywhere. And you just got to hurry over there because you're so thrilled about hurting the country that let you in illegally. You can podcast the show, but you can listen on your phone, whether you're chanting Death to America or working out or whatever. You can listen on your phone by calling the listen line on Talk Stream Live at 605-615-4131, 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. And we're going to get to your Super Chats. It's Tuesday. And the Tuesday is amazing because all we have left now of America is memories of the good old days when America was America. When country music was country music. And it is country and western to stay. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to What the? me. Who let the dogs out? Amazing. I want to go back to Jerome out of New Jersey. Jerome is upset about the gas prices. Jerome.
Yeah, I'm here.
And so all of a sudden, under President Trump, the Great White Hope, the gas price had gone up for 2 weeks because before the President Trump, the gas price was already high. It was down for a minute before they went to over there to do what they're doing in Iran. People were already paying high gas prices. Why all of a sudden they're bitching, talking about how hard it is when they didn't do that under Joe Biden?
I think what you're doing now is willfully playing ignorant.
No,
you know
I just asked you a question,
Jerome. Complaining. Yeah, I'm
Are you going to answer that question? No, I'm trying to have a conversation with you.
Same. I'm trying to do the same.
Why they all of a sudden they are so hurting over gas prices and bitching over it in 2 weeks where it was like that all the time under Biden.
They were complaining under Biden, and they're complaining even more now because they're even higher. You don't understand that simple principle that if it's something, if I can complain at $3.50, I'm going to complain even more at $4. You don't understand that?
And
'Cause I
what
can break
good
it
is
down for
it
you if
doing
you
you
need
to
to.
complain?
I'm not, but that's not what we're talking about. I'm saying that they're doing it.
What good is it doing them to complain? The prices was down in the last 2 weeks or so. They went up for a minute. The Great White Hope said, don't worry, be patient, and coming back down. While on the whole time under Biden, because the media didn't tell the people to be outraged, they were not outraged, but now they outraged. Because the media told them and the Democratic Party, be outraged. Now they're outraged. You don't see that the people are not thinking for themselves?
Nobody has to tell you that. I can do it for myself. I go to the gas station and I'm paying more.
Do you
What are
see
you
that the
talking
people are
about?
not thinking for themselves by being bitchy and talking about how outraged they are?
No, you're not. You're thinking for Trump. You don't even think for yourself. You're just repeating what he says. Whatever your great white daddy says, you're going to repeat.
What did he say that I said? What did I say that he said?
You saying that the gas prices are going to come down. Do you have any evidence to support that? I'm not saying what Trump said. Any evidence out of your mouth that you've seen that the gas prices are going to come down? Just something.
He said to be patient. So I'm being patient and
No,
have
I
a way.
said you.
I'm being
I said
patient
you.
and have. Hold on. I'm being patient and I'm having a wait and see attitude. I'm not running around like a mad, out of control person reacting to the crowd.
Right, but live in the present. And in the
Let me
present
tell you
right now, the
this.
gas
Let me
prices are
tell you
high.
this from Google. The current high gas prices under Trump are about the same as the average prices under Biden. Biden record high during the Ukraine war was $1.50 more than Trump at the moment.
Why do you
So
keep on
how do you
going back to
respond to
Biden?
that?
And I'm about to respond now. Why do you keep on going back to Biden? Are you trying to justify Trump's action by saying that Biden did it too?
Respond? How come all of the
I'm
people?
responding that.
Why is the people suffering
Why
gas
can't you just have
prices?
a
I
conversation,
can't go to
Jesse?
work. I can't do this. I can't go to Vegas. When
Why
when
don't we
the
just have
gas
a
prices were
conversation, Jesse? I'm
higher
trying to talk
under
to you. I'm trying to talk to
Jerome,
you.
I gotta go. When the gas prices were higher under Joe Biden. And you're falsely claiming that the Trump gas price is higher than Biden. It's just not true, Jerome. And I'm trying to have a conversation with you, but you keep, I don't know what you're doing. I wish you well, though. I got to let you go. Let me go to first time call out of Texas. Edward, you are on the air.
Yes. All right. Jesse, can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Yo, long time.
Speak up a little bit a little louder, right into your phone. You're not on your Bluetooth or anything, right?
I was on speaker. I'm not no more.
Okay.
All right. So my question is, what's going on with the projection for the agenda for LGBTQ plus in the Western culture for the generations to come, and that in relation to the decline of America?
When you say what's going on, what do you mean?
Like your insightful take on that topic.
Oh, that happening because the politicians and others want to control the people, and so they're doing that to get a vote, and they don't care. What you got to realize is that because human nature is evil and very selfish, it's all about the ego. They would encourage the people to do this because they want the votes, and because most people don't think for themselves. Most people do not. They just fall for it because they think they're being loved when they're really being used. They're being hated. So it's going to get worse. You can bank on that instead of better.
How can it be prevented?
vote out all these people that are for it, and vote in men that will stand up for the country and for the American citizens and not against them. Or each human being, adult, if they would take responsibility for their own lives and don't let someone else rule over them, then this wouldn't happen. They'll be in control of their own lives, and no one can convince them that it's okay to cut off your body part.
Yeah, is it
So
contributing to?
you can't blame them, the politicians and others, and the religious people and others, because you, as an individual, are responsible for your own life as an adult.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, yeah.
How old are you?
28, turning 29 next month.
How old are you now?
28.
And are you taking control of your own life?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm taking as much control of my life as I can in a crazy world.
Meaning what?
With all that's around me in the world, I'm trying to be as in control of my life, normal, sane as possible.
Well, if you live within and not without, and keep an eye on you, the world, meaning people around you, cannot affect you at all. It's only it will affect you if you live without and believe that someone else is your problem. No one else is your problem. As an adult, you are your only problem.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And whatever somebody else do with their life and to their lives or life, it's on them. They have a right to live a miserable life. They have a right to cut off their body parts. They have a right to be drunks and alcoholics and wicked people. And you and I, no one have a right to judge them. Even God don't judge them. He let them live the way they want to live, either free or slaves. And so as long as you don't judge them, knowing that they can't help themselves, and just live your life, you'll be fine, I promise.
Can a lesbian be head of the house?
No way. If they're
What
married, what the amazing. Thank you, Elton. I got to run. I appreciate your call.
Amazing.
Oh, did you forgive your mother?
Oh, you got me. I can't even lie. You got me right there. Hey, yo, I'm working on that.
Have you
sure.
forgiven your mother?
In my heart and in public, nah, I can't even lie.
And how will you ever have control of your life and have a free life if you don't forgive her?
Hey, you got me right there. I can't even lie.
And what's the answer?
To forgive her, I would have even more control of my life.
But how are you going to have it if you haven't forgiven her? Why haven't you gone to her? You've heard me say, though this is your first time calling the show, I'm told, but you heard me say if you want to be free, you got to forgive your mother and your father. Why haven't you done it?
Because I've grown resentful.
You what?
I've become resentful towards my mother.
Right.
And father.
Right. And how will you overcome that if you don't go and forgive them?
I won't. I will become bitter about it my whole life.
So why don't you go and forgive them?
That's what I need to do. I agree.
Why have you done it, Edward?
Oh, okay. Because we've grown distances apart, and in the physical and mental, kind of just throughout the spectrum. We're no longer. My father left me at an early age. My mother raised me, and then she just didn't. I don't know. It didn't really do it the best way, I'd say, and I just grew resentful as an adult.
Your father didn't leave you. He left your mother. Your father loved you. He just didn't know how to deal with your mother.
Hey, for sure. I mean, I guess, I would say that.
You see how difficult it was for you to deal with her. Just imagine being married to her. And you may have moved away from them, and there's a distance between you and your mother, but your mother's still in you because you'll become like her. Anyone that has anger, whether it's male or female, has become just like their mother. They're of the same spirit, and they act and think and do the same thing that the mother does. That's why you must forgive her. Go and forgive her so that God can forgive you and give you a brand new spirit, his spirit.
My man.
You got to face it, Jerome, Edward, if you want to be free. Do you want to be free?
I want to fly. I want to like a bird.
When they face your mother and forgive her.
Okay.
Let me know how it goes.
I appreciate you putting me in that position right there.
All right, you're welcome. All right, buddy. 888-7753-773. Let me go to Noah out of Michigan. Noah, you are on the air.
Hello, Jesse. How are you doing?
All is well, Noah.
Good, good. So I've been watching you for a long time, like I've said before in the past, and I agree with you politically.
Noah, speak right into your phone. You seem far away from it.
Sorry, how's this?
That's better, yeah.
Okay, so I've watched your show like for a long time. I agree with you politically, and I agree with you culturally. There's a lot of things I agree with you on in that aspect, and I've read some of your books. But there's some things I do have to disagree with you on, Jesse.
And that's fine, yeah.
I did see a interview with you talking to Pastor Steven Anderson. You probably remember him.
No, never ask a black man if he remembers.
Oh, oh, okay. Well, the question. Well, you guys were talking about sin for a hot minute at the last minute, and he told you to go to hell at the end of it, which I don't agree with. He shouldn't be telling you that.
Where is the love, huh?
Yeah, where is the love? But my question to you, Jesse, is do you sin?
No.
No?
I have the anger, the spirit of anger has been taken away from me, and I love all. I love all because and so that's what's going to happen with you too, Noah. When you stop being angry, and you're going to be of love, and the heart will be free, will be of God, and you will no longer play God. You will no longer judge yourself and others and think that you know what's right.
Yeah. I'm not doubting that,
Have you done that?
Yes. I dropped my anger. I'm not an
You
angry
forgave your
person
mother?
whatsoever. Yes, we've had this conversation before.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes, I told you about that. Yeah, remember my mom's divorced and all that, but
And do you still sin?
Yes, everyone sins.
But how do you sin if your heart's been changed and you're not playing God?
Well, here's the problem, Jesse. In the Bible, it says that that any man that says he doesn't sin is a liar. So, are you saying that you know better than the Bible?
It also said that where did you read that in the Bible? If someone said they sin, they're a liar. I never read that.
Hold on one second. Hold on. Yeah, but it says in the Bible. I don't have it written down on
right, because you're not going to find that in the Bible. You made that up.
No, I did not, sir.
Yes, you did. Well, where is it then?
Okay, hold on.
Hold on, no, don't hang up. I'll find it and I'll come back to you. Do not hang up because of time. Okay, there. Let me know. Super chat.
Complicated business, folks. Complicated business. Super chats. Kevin O. bought a coffee on buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk saying, "You the best."
Better than all the rest. Thank you. Stay with us, stay with us, stay with us. Amazing.
Very nice. Thank you, Kevin. Andrew, selective morality is just stereotyping, which is a good thing. I think the liberals call it racism.
What's selective morality again?
Well, I described it as having one standard for one group of people and another standard for another type of thing.
How is that selective morality?
Because you don't care. You care about one people's crimes, but you don't care about other people's crimes or something like that. So you're selective about what crimes you care about.
Amazing. Thank you.
But he's saying it's a good thing. Andrew, thank you. At this point, just call me Mike.
Thank you, Andrew.
Punchy don't talk like no city black. He talk country as a sack of taters and cornbread, boy. Black, dark black farmer emoji.
That's Andrew?
No, this is Mike.
Mike, you can take the boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy. Thank you.
Mark Lures. Amazing. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you. Appreciate your support.
Helped us reach our first goal.
Yeah.
Joseph D. M. Jesse, 8 years clean from booze. I am my own worst enemy. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. Satan is the great deceiver.
That's for sure. Thank you.
Lori bought a coffee. Biblical question answer.
How have you ever asked yourself whether you are ascending or descending spiritually?
When you asked this question, thoughts of judgment came. So I'm not listening to that. All I know for sure is when I'm present, I'm exactly where I need to be spiritually. Present is home. Thanks, Jesse. Says Lori.
Right on. So she has asked herself that?
Well, I don't know. She didn't answer whether she has asked herself that. But it sounded like when you asked it, thoughts of judgment came. So it sounds like she had something in her that maybe answered it.
Well, we don't want to assume.
Yeah.
You don't want to assume.
Indeed. My bad.
So she didn't answer the question. She just kind of responded to it.
Right.
Thank you, Laura. Right?
Lori.
Thank you. Amazing. Stay with us. Stay with us. Stay with it.
Commander Kim, Rumble Rant. The caller complaining about gas prices. Did he call and complain about prices of food, gas, housing, energy under Auto Pen Biden?
I rest my case. Remember the egg prices went through the roof?
That's right.
What the? All of a sudden, he's like, everybody upset. I can't go to Vegas.
The worst days under Trump are like an average day under Biden. Anthony L. with the nope thumbs down sticker.
Nope. Thank you. That to the biblical question?
Not necessarily. It's just a sticker. Doesn't say.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Jim in Alaska with the answer to the biblical question.
Have you ever asked yourself, are you ascending or descending spiritually?
Well, he says, because of Jesse and the crew of Bond, I'm ascending, like 90 going north. 50th floor, here we come.
We going to the 50th floor. Thank you. And I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. I appreciate it. I got to stop there. I want to go back to Noah real fast.
Okie dokie. We'll read the rest later, y'all.
Yeah. I'm told that Noah is ready. Noah.
Hello, sir.
Hey, did you find the scripture that you quoted?
Yes, sir. It's 1 John 1:8 through 10. It says, if we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness.
But that's not what you said the Bible said.
Yeah, but it says in 1 John 1:8, it says if we...
What did he say first?
He said,
1 John 1:8.
He made the claim, Noah made the claim that the Bible says that if you say you don't sin anymore,
right,
then you're a liar. And that's not what the Bible says.
You made that up, Noah, and the Bible's right. If someone says that they have not sinned, they're a liar. But once you overcome it by dropping your judgment, stop playing God, stop being angry, resentful, then when that is taken away from you, you're no longer of sin.
Okay. I understand what you're saying.
Does
with the
that make
anger
sense?
Stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. But does that mean you're perfect, though?
Yes. Good question. Are you perfect, Noah?
I don't think so.
And why not? Why do you don't think you're perfect?
Because Jesus was the only person that was perfect. That's why.
So that's why. And who told you that Jesus was the only person that's perfect?
My pastor did. He said that Jesus was the only man that never sinned.
And that's true. He didn't sin. He had no sin. But why do you say he's the only one that's perfect? Did he tell you to be perfect as he is perfect?
Yes.
Why would he
but
tell
not like
you to do something if you can't do it? Or be something if you can't be it? Why would he tell you that?
Why would he tell me that?
Yes.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know why.
So would you want to know why Jesus telling me? Why Jesus telling me to be perfect as he is perfect if I can't be that?
Yeah, no question. Look, I believe faith over works 100%, Jesse.
Well, I don't know about that either. But let me ask you this: so, were you created by God?
Was I created by God? Yes.
And is God perfect?
Yes.
And why you, as a son of God, is not as your father is?
Because Adam and Eve ate from the tree.
What did that do with you?
That's why. They created imperfection.
What that had to do with you? It's been done. It's finished, and now you're no longer of the Adam and Eve thing. If you have forgiven.
Oh, is it because Christ reconciled all things on the cross?
What does that mean, man? What let me ask this, Noah, because it's not Bible Thumping Thursday, so I can't go that long. What do you say to the verse 8 through 9? He that committed sin is of the devil, for the devil sinneth from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of God was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. So whosoever is born of God does not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin because he is born of God. Have you been born of God?
Yes, but
if you've been born of God, how is it that you still sin?
Jesse, that's talking about the difference between the flesh and the spirit. The spirit's perfect, not the flesh.
Did it say that?
Yes. Yes, the spirit is perfect, not the flesh.
Did your pastor tell you that too?
Yes.
Okay, so are you your flesh or are you your spirit?
Currently, right now, we're in our flesh.
No, not we, you. Are you of your flesh or are you of the spirit?
I'm of the. Well, I believe I'm of the spirit.
So then, why you still say you're sinning?
Why do I say I'm still sinning? Well, because I don't believe that human beings are perfect. That's why.
And so God is lying there.
No, God's not lying.
When Christ said you are, be perfect, was he lying?
No, he wasn't lying.
Somebody lying.
To be like him.
All right, I got to run, Noah. Call me on Bible Thumping Thursday about Bible stuff, all right?
All right, you have a great morning, Jesse.
You too, buddy. I appreciate it. Super chat.
Super chats.
Good morning again. Marcus G, 59, Jerome's emotional beta self is crying about $3 gas prices where he's at. But us in Cali, it's $7. But we're still pushing on.
Right
Jerome,
on.
stop crying beta, 100.
And it's not where he at and where he is. So when you have a is, you don't need a at.
That's right.
Where you at? Where are you? I appreciate it. A very good point. Thank you.
Shout out, Marcus G.
Shout out.
Chris bought our coffee. Didn't Trump sign an executive order for drilling oil in the United States? Jerome better be why he didn't say B. He said the full B-I-T-C-H word. Why he
Why yeah like that?
can because I don't say that word.
What word?
I don't want to say what.
You might well say it. You're thinking it.
Why
the sin is in the mind, buddy.
Why he can he better complain while he can. I'll just say complain, but he says B word. Why he better be while he can, because things are gonna be amazing.
It really will. That's right. So enjoy your anger, folks. Believe you me, I have a strong belief it's gonna be amazing. Thank you.
Shout out, I am Bruce. Welcome, JLP show member. Very nice.
Right on. Thank you. I am Bruce. I appreciate it.
Jamie bought a coffee. What do elephants use for something that I shall not repeat? Sheep. Nice.
Thank you. I don't know what the question is. I got to take a quick break. Back in a moment. Check out Punchy's Coffee. I have my own coffee now. Punchy Coffee is good. Every bag is roasted to order. Freshest flavor. Top quality. Specialty grade beans. Good. Every dime goes back to Bar, my nonprofit. And we are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. So when you're drinking coffee and enjoying it, just know you're helping somebody. Amazing coffee. Punchy has his own coffee now. What the? And it's so good. All the way from the plantation to my own coffee. Who would have thought? Did that coffee come from the plantation? Did I pick my own coffee? Check it out. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com/stores, and get Punchy's Coffee. Okay, welcome back. 888-7753-773. Quick announcement. I do counseling myself. Business schedule, so be patient with the counseling. By phone, Skype, or walk-in. And to the people overseas, they're like, Jesse, we want counseling. Can we do it by Skype? Yes, you can. Anywhere in the world, you can do it by phone too, but you can do it by Skype. Family individual counseling. Go to rebuildingtheman.com. You may only need one session. Some people are like, no, I want to follow up. It's so amazing. It will help me in one session, but I just want to let you know how I'm doing. So, but for counseling, and be patient, folks, all right? Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com, or call 800-411-BOND, 800-411-2663. All right? And I got to say hi to a shout out to Nathaniel from Texas. Nathaniel, I got your message. Thank you. Amazing. Stay with us, Nathaniel. I have a cousin, like a brother to me. We grew up together, named Nathaniel. We call him Mom. M-U-M. Not Mama, but Mom. So, yes, overseas, it's Zoom, not Skype. So we Skype by phone. We counsel by phone, Zoom, a walk-in. And it is amazing counseling service. All right? And for shout-outs, shout out to Nathaniel. I got your message. It was amazing. Really. Stay with it. Out of Texas. And for shout-outs, whatever shout-out, encouragement, congratulations. You got all kind of events coming up. Springtime, summertime, graduation times, marriage time, divorce time, whatever. shout out, go to Cameo, cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson, cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Let me go to Todd out of Indiana. Todd, you are on the air.
Jesse, huge fan.
Thank you, Todd.
I just want to remind your callers and your guests, there's a lot of white trash out here too. I know the black communities in a huge fallen state, but also the white people I'm white.
He white.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a ton of white trash, hillbilly incest going on out here. And I know firsthand because I live in Indiana. So I just want, I'm sure you know this as well. And I do believe that the bigger concern is the black community, no fathers in the home. The Democrat Party just decimating them, building Section 8 housing, and kicking the father out of the home. So that was a huge mistake. Maybe it was all by design, but yeah, what a mess.
And why do you want the people to know that?
Just in general, I just think that there's a lot of problems in the white communities as well. And I know, communities, I guess, just neighborhoods.
And what good is it doing to tell the people that? I mean, and you may be right. I'm not saying, and you're right. I already know that you can find problems in all races.
Right.
But why do you want to say that?
Just in general, I think that it's not a race problem necessarily. It's just I don't know. It's just a problem that we're having in the United States, low-income housing, Section 8 housing, just in general.
But it's not a race it's not a race problem at all, and it never has been, and it never will be. It's impossible for it to be racism. It doesn't. That word is just a made-up word to control the people, divide and conquer. So it's not even. It's just never been racism. It doesn't exist.
Interesting.
Do you believe that?
Well, I've been part of white flight for my whole life, basically.
What's white flight?
White flight is where you have, let's say, you're in a town. You're in a town and it's majority white, and then black people move in, and then the housing values lower, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And so then you're not forced to move, but it's safer, I guess you could say. It makes more sense. You don't lose value on your home when you move to the next town over.
Did you live in Gary, Indiana at one time?
I'm close. I was close to there.
Okay.
I grew up right in Illinois.
Okay.
So yeah.
And
so
are you calling white flight racism?
I'm not sure what you call it, but I just know that.
How about just calling it white flight? They saw the blacks coming. They knew it was going to be a mess. They got out of there.
Yeah, I guess.
That's not racism.
I guess
even black people do black flight. When they're doing a dollar bill, they leave the black community.
Right, but then they move into the white community, and then the white community goes down in value.
Right, but my point is, when the black people do black flight, is that racism?
Well, there's a huge difference between black and ghetto, that's for sure.
Is that racism, though? When the black people leave their own, leave and go to the suburbs, is that racism?
I'm not sure what it's called.
But it sounds like you were trying. You didn't say it, so I don't accuse you of it. But
sure.
It sounds like you were saying an example of racism was when white people would leave. When the black people come, they leave. Are you saying that that's racism?
I'm not sure what it's called.
Then why didn't you bring it up then if you're not sure what it's called?
Well, I just know what it's called. It's called white flight. I'm not sure.
But do you believe that racism exists?
I'm on the fence. I'm working on myself. So I've listened to your show. I'm old enough to remember you from the '90s. So I'm not sure exactly. but I'm trying to get on board as far as there's no such thing as racism.
How old are you?
Black friend. I'm 50.
Oh, you're 50. And
Yes.
why you're not sure at 50 that racism does not exist?
I'm not sure. I'll have to get back to you on that.
You're not sure about what's wrong with you? You're saying you're not sure about it. What's your first name?
Todd.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. You don't ask me who I am next, please. Can I get a quick shout out to Hake real quick?
To Hake?
Yes.
Yeah, he's here.
Hake, you and Pearl need to go on a date, sir. She's a keeper.
Yeah, that's for sure. Absolutely.
That'd be a good couple.
So Todd, before I run, who are you?
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm just a human being living in America.
So you told me about your body, but who are you?
Right.
You told me where you live, but who are you?
You've asked me this question before. I said John Doe. Yeah.
Todd, why are you so uncertain about everything?
Like I said, I'm working on myself. I don't do the silent prayer, but I'm a huge fan. I'm hard-headed, I guess you could say. Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter. I don't like him as much as you do, but I like him. You know, we're on the same page. We're just, you know.
Why are you so uncertain about yourself? Have you forgiven your mother?
Yeah, well, I mean, she's been dead for years, so.
Have you forgiven her?
Yeah, I've forgiven her for whatever she's done in the past.
How about your father?
Same thing. He's been dead for years.
Why are you so uncertain about everything? You're not searching. Why not?
Well, like I said when I called, my point was that there's just a ton of white trash out here, hillbillies, incest, and it's not just a problem in the black community. So I guess that would claim that I'm not racist, if that makes any sense.
No.
Okay.
Why are you so uncertain about yourself? Let me ask this way because of time. Why?
Sure.
What is it like living a life of uncertainty?
In general, I wake up, go to work, clean my house, got kids. In general, I'm pretty.
You married?
I don't break the law. Yeah, I'm married.
So why you wake up and clean the house?
No, just in general, like.
Oh.
Like, I mean, my house is clean, I guess you could say.
Does your wife obey you?
I don't know about obey. Obey is a definition that I know what obey means. I'm not saying that I don't, but in general, we're on the same page.
Does your wife obey you?
I guess not. Like I said, just because you say obey, I mean, just does she listen to me? Yeah.
What is it like being married to a woman that will not obey you?
Again, like I said, she listens to me. We argue. We'll agree to disagree.
And why do you argue with the devil?
Like if there's, I don't know about arguing, but again, we'll make our claims and then we'll wait and see who's right. And so let's say if I'm right, which I am about 70% of the time, she'll say that she was wrong, and vice versa.
And so, what is it like being married to her, knowing that she does not obey you?
I mean, can you define obey?
You know what obey is, man.
I don't know. We just get along. I don't know what else to say.
Is she black?
No, she's white.
Oh, how do your black friends rule over you?
No, I had black friends when I was younger, but again, same thing. When white flight came along, and our house value dropped and the crime went up, specifically because of the, I don't want to say specifically because of the blacks, but I lost touch.
So you don't have any more black friends?
I mean, I have acquaintances. I guess I work with black people, but other than that, no.
Oh, okay. I appreciate your call, Todd. I got to run because I'm tired. Call
Yes,
me
sir.
again.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. 888-775-3773. Let me go to William out of California. William, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, William.
Long time. How you doing?
All is well.
You know I got to get one in on you every now and again. I hope you've been doing all right.
All is amazing.
Yeah, what you said, that was a classmate on the phone, Nathaniel?
Repeat that now?
You said that Nathaniel, that's your cousin or a classmate or something?
No, I was shout out to another Nathaniel that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
He sent me a message. I just want him to know I got it.
Oh, okay. Shout out Nathaniel. I like that name.
I know.
Nate.
It's a nice
That
name.
used to be a cool. Remember, people used to have that Nate. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to. You probably been knowing this longer than me. Anytime you move, this is to Jerome because he seems to be hooked on this gas price thing. I just want to give him a little economic education.
Okay.
Anytime you move a military around, and you remember back in the 70s, we had the gas crisis with the cars in the line. Remember that? I was a kid, but I remember that. Like in 72, what was the gas crisis? You remember the gas crisis when the cars were in line?
Never ask a black man if he remembers.
Okay. You remember the gas crisis in the
I
early
do
70s.
remember the lines now that you mentioned it, but I do not remember how much.
Yeah, well, at that time, we was still trying to get out of Vietnam. And then later on, when we went to Iraq, and, anytime they moved the military, the gas bumps up just a taste a little bit, but nobody's thinking about the fact that it is Gavin Newsom who raised ours statewide.
Yeah.
And he closed the refineries, just recently.
Yep.
And that's where the gas prices went up. And Jerome, it is documented that the gasoline was higher during the Biden administration between 20 and 24. Trump's gas went down after he got in office, and it went up on this thing with Iran recently. And it's going to be okay because he looks like he's going to get control of the Strait and control everybody else's oil, like China and Russia, and make a deal. And
Jerome seemed not. We mentioned that to Jerome about the prices and stuff, but he seemed. I don't know, and again, I don't know him, and I know that you don't either. But he seemed not to want to really talk about. People were suffering under the gas price with Biden. How come all of a sudden it's 4 weeks in, and they just hitting all this grief in 2 weeks over gas?
Yeah. Well, bacon, remember, was $9 a slab under Biden because you remember
that's right.
They tried to push that electric car theory over to us and go with electric trucks and electric cars, and it started becoming very expensive to deliver the food to the stores. So yes, the prices went up significantly higher than Trump under the 2020 to 2024, most definitely higher.
Yeah.
So I don't know why didn't they complain about it then?
They want Trump out of there. That's why they're doing this.
Oh, they just hate him so much.
Yeah.
But when you're doing good, that's what happens. When you're doing good, people hate you.
Jealousy is a mess.
It can be. And he just killed somebody else because Trump did tell him, "I'm gonna kill all of you if you don't step down." The defense administrator is dead. He's dead. He killed the defense minister. I think that's the guy that's responsible for killing the 30,000 or 34,000 people in 2 days 3 weeks ago. That's the guy. I think that's the guy. But him along with a whole bunch of other officials were just killed.
I know.
Trump
amazing.
He just announced it. Trump is amazing.
And
his accomplishments are overwhelmingly.
And they're gonna. We'll wait and see, but they're gonna get better, William.
Well, they complain about taxes, and I'm going to let you go. They complain about taxes, Jesse, but they don't think nobody is smart enough to understand people that work every day. Well, due respect, they get tax refunds. They don't actually pay taxes. They don't know the difference. They heard somebody say that, and Jerome, you probably need a little bit more time under your belt.
Thank you, William. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Amazing. There was chaos erupted during spring break in Florida. This is why in my country people don't even go out and have fun anymore. It's going to always turn out to be a mess. You put your life at risk now. When you fly, it seems that people are afraid of terrorist attack now in the air. NBC News is reporting thousands of panicked people ran across the beach Saturday after what appeared to be a gunshot ringing out in Daytona Beach, Florida. Officials said there was no gunfire and people were actually rushing, crushing water bottles to stampede the crowd. Watch this from NBC News.
This is the moment chaos erupts in Daytona Beach, Florida. Hundreds of people running across the beach Saturday after what appeared to be gunshots ringing out.
There were 0 gunshots on the beach because what they were doing was crushing a water bottle to make it sound like a gunshot to stampede the crowd.
The Volusia County Sheriff says it happened even with dozens of law enforcement officers in the crowd, later adding at least one weekend shooting was also spring break related. And in Port Aransas, Texas, police say a 17-year-old shot and wounded 5 people on a beach late Saturday night.
No one's running from gunshots.
But in Miami Beach, Florida, an iconic party town has worked on a spring break rebrand in recent years. And it seems to be working. Police say this weekend arrests plummeted almost 21% year over year. The city's surging resources, more police, DUI and license plate checks, but also parking and getting towed are more expensive.
Made it very clear, we welcome you to our city, but if you decide to break the rules and break the law, you'll be dealt with accordingly.
Racing a new strategy to avoid scenes like this.
Amazing. Blacks on the run. What the? And it's going to get worse. People are afraid now in a crowd, especially if blacks are around like that. You can expect shooting, even though they said it was something else happening there, but water bottles or something. It's going to get worse, folks. And to the young people who don't know, the country was not like this in the good old days. You could go to the beach and not even cross your mind that a shooting would happen. You didn't even think of that at all. Super.
Super chat.
A shooting occurred on a beach in Port Arkansas, Texas, wounded 5. The story of that story they mentioned by my producer tell me. Super chat.
Brandy from Hawaii, $1 gas is coming soon. Eyes emoji.
I rest my case.
Nice. And we'll have to read the rest of your super chats later, y'all.
Amazing.
Kindly.
I had to take a break. 1 more hour to go. When I come back, straight to your calls. Hate news is coming now, not the fake news. Back in a moment.
I'm 32 years old now, and I've been clinically depressed since I was 17 years old, and ever since I started listening to you a couple of months ago, bro, I don't even need to hear the word depression. I don't even care about that because that's not anything that I identify with anymore.
Nice.
I'm 100% cured. I'm 100% better because I've been listening to the Jesse Lee Peterson show, and I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate you, and I just can't even begin to tell you how much I really appreciate the things that you're doing for young men. Young men need to hear this, and young men need to know this message that you're delivering because it's important. It's vital to their lives, Jesse. I just wanted to let you know that, man.
That's amazing. I mean, you made my day, man. When I hear one soul has returned to the Father, it's like 1,000. It's better than silver and gold. So God bless you, man.
Our greatest president, Trump, according to Ground News, says Newsom's dyslexia should prevent him from becoming president. On Monday, yesterday, our greatest president, Trump, told reporters in the Oval Office we have a low IQ person and repeated attacks on Gavin Newsom's dyslexia, claiming he is unfit for office. During a February CNN interview, Gavin Newsom said his dyslexia is a superpower that made him work 2 or 3 times harder. He disclosed in his memoir released last month. Sounds like the blacks. Work twice as hard to get half as far. And in Kentucky, from Kentucky last week, Trump said that Newsom admitted he has mental problems and suggested he be disqualified following criticism for mocking a reporter with disability in 2015, which was a fake news how they cast how it really went down. Newsom's team quickly responded that Trump should seek mental treatment and called him grandpa's talking about himself again. Dumb. Newsom fired back last week on X. The spat adds to a long-running feud that includes National Guard deployments to the Los Angeles and wildfire responses, escalating tensions while targeting Newsom as a possible 2028 candidate. Some serious mess going on in the world, but don't worry, our greatest president cleaning up the mess by Obama, Biden, and all of them. Shout out. This is the end of hour 2 already of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It's Country and Western Tuesday, March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day, I guess. AD 2026. Is Sean Penn, is he Irish? I don't know. It's spelled Irish, right? The Sean spelling. He missed the Oscars. Didn't he win an Oscar? Didn't he win a bunch of Oscars more than anybody else? Or tied for the most, something like that? I don't know, but he missed them to meet with Zelensky in the Ukraine, in Kiev or Kyiv. Sean Penn arrived after winning a Sunday Oscar, according to the Ukrainian official, to support the Ukraine. A trip described as personal by authorities. Sean Penn, infamous liberal, talented actor, though. More talented than that other guy was in The Irishman. Serious Trump derangement syndrome. Anyway, he co-directed the 2023 documentary about Volodymyr Zelensky. Sean Penn built what he called a close friendship with through interviews for the film. And so Penn is planning to go to the Eastern Front in Ukraine, or the front in Eastern Ukraine. And a senior Ukrainian official said he just wants to support the Ukraine. Isn't that nice? Penn's history as a vocal advocate and repeat visitor means his several trips in the 2025 Cannes plea with Bono, rock star and activist, underscore sustained international support for Ukraine. Typical liberal, right? Or not typical, but very liberal. Penn's film and red carpet advocacy suggests his personal trip to Kiev is linked to Ukraine's support, with the source stating he just wants to support. That's cute. Shout out Sean Penn. And by the way, the Trump administration, or Trump, is musing that about taking Cuba as the island's power grid collapsed, I heard, according to Revolver News, actually. After weeks of U.S. oil blockades, Trump administration is seeking, according to the New York Times, if you believe them, they have been fake news in the past, to remove Cuba's president from power during negotiations. According to the New York Slimes, the failing New York Slimes, the Trump administration is said to have told Cuba that their president has to go for meaningful progress in negotiations. President Miguel Diaz-Canel, however you pronounce it, Miguel Diaz-Canel, he must step down. And he's a communist, right? I heard. According to people familiar with the talks. Crazy. And there's other mess going on in the world, pushed by Commie Nonsense Network, talking about the Ukraine war and gas prices. They jumped nearly 80 cents, 27% over the past month. According to AAA, diesel rose even more. Don't sweat it. I'm James Hake. Now back to the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, though. Hour 3.
stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what's been wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. Hi, y'all. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question, have you ever asked yourself whether you are ascending or descending spiritually? Have you ever ask yourself whether you are ascending or descending spiritually? Have you ever asked yourself that? No. You're not, huh? What a mess. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.store. JesseLeePeterson.com/store. I mean, what is it? What?
/show.
Oh, JesseLeePeterson.com/show.
Yes, sir.
Amazing. And also, to have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Tuesday. And every Tuesday is Country and Western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to me. What the? Who let the dogs out? Amazing. Amazing. What a mess. My country is gone, and human beings are crazy. Yet another shooting. This was so unheard of when America was amazing. It's not even funny, folks. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Yet another shooting. Fox 5. A team met up at Navy Yard. Spiraled into chaos over the weekend, leading to 2 arrests and prompted D.C. police to urge parents to step up in a large youth gathering. Watch this from Fox 5.
Hey guys, good morning. And there has been an increased police presence here at Navy Yard all morning that we've been seeing. Still, this incident, though, we can tell you, there were laws changed this past summer trying to address what's been going on really since the pandemic. Now, this is some of the video showing the chaos that happened this past weekend, shared to social media. D.C. police saying Saturday night mayhem included a 15-year-old firing a gun into the air, getting stopped by the National Guard, one child getting robbed of their shoes and a jacket, another person going to the hospital after being assaulted and robbed and a 16-year-old taken into custody after Secret Service says they stopped a rideshare vehicle and saw the teen try to ditch a gun from that vehicle. We're told groups of teens started to gather in the park near the Navy Yard Metro at around 6:30 Saturday night, and then some 2 hours later, the crowd had grown to around 200. 2 weekends ago, Navy Yard was one of the areas designated as a juvenile curfew zone, part of the newer law that limits the number of teens that can gather in a public space from 8 to 11 at night. And then the citywide juvenile curfew sets at 11, but a curfew zone was not named for Navy Yard this past weekend.
Kids ain't like how we was back in the days. That's all I can say. Parents just gotta do better. But at the end of the day, we can't really do too much if our kids don't tell us what they're going to go do. So
now we can tell you that D.C. Interim Police Chief Jeffrey Carroll wrote in part of a statement, quote, "We need parents and guardians to be proactive and know where their children are and who they are with at all times."
What's wrong with the blacks? And you know what? What you're seeing there is the spirit of the mother in the children. No fathers, no love. That's what you're seeing. That's why it wasn't like this. In the good old days, you have fathers and mothers together, for the most part. Now that that's gone, this is what you have. Women with children need the father to guide her and the children in the right way to go. A father's love, not emotional mama's love, but a father's love is real important. It's needed. You put women in charge, this is what you get. Look at the country, look at the world. You put women in charge, everything going crazy. Grandpa tell me about the good old days, and it's gonna get worse. God in Christ, Christ is man, man over woman. It's not working like that anymore. You've broken the rule. You're seeing the spirit of the mother in the children. 2 arrests and 2 firearms were found, they say. I want to give you one other quick example of putting women in control, because it's not natural for a woman to be in a position of power. It doesn't work. Some of you know that today is St. Patrick's Day, I believe. Yeah, Patrick's Day. And they have this female so-called president over there in Ireland, and this heifer tried to use Patrick Day and Patrick to say that, oh, Patrick was for immigrant coming into the country. This female using poor Patrick. He did. And she's using him, according to the story, to justify illegals coming into the country. Now do you believe me? That things are only going to get worse. It cannot get better. It's been set up. In the same way Satan sets you up in your mind. All thoughts are all lies, all the time, about anything. And you believe thoughts. You believe them. Can you get any crazier than that? Grok is reporting. The so-called Irish president, I say so-called, they just say Irish president, Catherine Connolly, invoked, she's like a left-wing independent, they call her. She invoked St. Patrick's enslavement as an escape in a St. Patrick's Day address. Watch this from X.
The story of Patrick's life serves as a reminder of the resilience and courage of migrants, the invaluable contributions that they have made and continue to make to the countries they now call home, sometimes even in the face of great adversity. As we recall the life of Patrick, we invoke his spirit and acknowledge our shared responsibilities as global citizens. We stand in solidarity with those who find themselves in vulnerable and dangerous circumstances. Patrick's story invites us to respond with hospitality and kindness to those suffering the consequences of war and displacement, those fleeing their countries because of persecution or violence.
It's so easy for women to lie. It's not even funny. It's crazy how easy it is for them to just lie. Just lie. It's so easy. She's just sitting there lying. Here's the actual story of St. Patrick, the Catholic Christian missionary. Watch this learned with Mr. Lewis on YouTube.
On March 17th, 461, St. Patrick Days in Ireland. Much of what we know about St. Patrick comes from his autobiographical work, Confessio. He's born on the island of Britain at the end of the Roman period. He comes from a wealthy Christian family that has Roman citizenship. At age 16, Patrick is abducted from his family's villa by Irish pirates. He is enslaved in Ireland for the next 6 years. His Christian faith brings him comfort in this difficult circumstance. He has a dream where a voice tells him to escape, which he does, and then makes his way back to Britain and his family. In another dream, Patrick hears Irish voices pleading with him to return to their land. He heeds this vision and travels back to Ireland as a Christian missionary. He spends the next 40 years converting thousands to the faith and building churches across the island. Patrick dies in Saul, County Down, the site of his first church.
Amazing, huh? And she up there, oh, her voice sounds so mama-like, so nice. Mama's so sweet. Mama said, knocked you out. Mama said, and it's not even true. She's using the dead man to promote immigration. And she just sounds so humble and so like, Lord have mercy, don't mess with mama. And just lying. Amazing, huh? Happy St. Patrick's Day to those who are celebrating it. And one last, I really want you to hear Satan's voice. Listen closely. You will hear the devil in this female's voice. Everything about it is evil. Everything is evil about this. It's getting worse. And you put these women in control of the country, of the family, of the schools, of the government. How can it get better? I really want to know, raise your hand. How can it get better if you're supporting evil? In your own personal life, if you don't overcome evil to destroy you, all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. I really want you to listen to the voice of the devil, and you're going to see in the voice there's no truth. There's no love, zero love. If you don't have love, you have nothing. Really. You can gain the world, and if you have no love, you have nothing. And love is not an emotion. That's hate. Grok. This post, the post is a podcast segment where this female by the name of Reid compared U.S. restriction on abortion and DEI policy to Iran. Theocratic oppression of women. Watch this from X.
Our regime has secret police. They have secret police. Our regime is oppressing women, taking away abortion rights, taking away women's rights in like 26 states, some states where they're trying to have the death penalty for having an abortion. They also oppress women. They have the highest rate of women who are in STEM careers. We're kicking women out of the military, out of university. We're saying that DEI means women can't be hired for high positions in the sciences.
Nice.
We're marginally better. And we're doing it for Christianity. They're doing it for Islam.
See how wicked she is? It's a spiritual battle, folks. It's neither male nor female. It's evil. It's good or evil. So this year, you got to go all the way to the 50th floor with love. If you don't love and not a mama's love. Real love is not judgment, no anger, no resentment, no emotions. That's real love. If you don't have that, you have nothing. Let me go to ARDENE out of Colorado. ARDENE, you are on the air.
Hi.
Hey,
how you doing
ARDENE.
today? Hi, how you doing?
All is well.
Good, good. I wanted to have you talk about, this is basically a debate on your version of racism. You say it doesn't exist. Racism equates to hate. I understand that totally. It's a word, it's a terminology. It's used to basically say that people are judged basically by their color, not their soul, their feelings, basically by an outward optics, basically. And it's disguised, hate is disguised in a racist way. That's basically how it's done. And the fact that
That's
the
not
United
true,
States
ARDENE.
government, well, go, let me talk.
But
Thank
no,
you.
you're not telling the truth.
Okay, where am I wrong? What did I say
There's
wrong?
no such thing as racism. And when people
Racism
are mad,
equates to
when
hate.
people are
Same
mad.
thing.
So what now?
Racism equates to hate. It's the same exact thing.
That's not true.
Why?
Because people don't hate each other because of their race. They hate each other because of their behavior.
Okay, let's go with this thought just brought to me as far as what you said. Now, the Rodney King trials of 1992, okay, that was basically that they moved that to Simi Valley, California, was based upon the United States government anticipating race in the conclusion and the outcome of the trial. So they moved it to Simi Valley, a predominantly white neighborhood, and they got a trial there. They've accepted racism.
But that doesn't mean
Based upon the
racism.
jury selection.
That doesn't mean racism exists.
You have to.
That
Honest,
doesn't mean
you have to
racism
accept
exists
it.
just because somebody say it does.
The United States government has accepted racism as a
The
form
United
of hate.
States
That's why
government
they
has
moved
accepted
it
a whole
to
lot
the
of
United
things.
to Simi Valley.
The government has accepted a whole lot of stuff that's not true. Racism does not
You
exist.
want to be proud of your country. You want to be proud of your country. Your country has accepted racism just by the sheer fact that they moved that trial to Simi Valley, California.
That doesn't prove racism exists.
Yes, it does.
No, it
because they
doesn't,
were going
RD.
on a jury pool. They were going on a jury pool that was going to be predominantly white, which it was. It was 100% white.
And
they got acquitted.
And
life goes on.
But
United States government has
RD.
accepted race in the form of jury selection.
What is that supposed to mean? Just because the United States government accepts racism in a
You are a
jury's
citizen
collect-
of the United
that
States
doesn't-
government, so with that, you have to accept that United States government has accepted systemic racism.
That's not true. That don't mean
It's
you
true.
gotta.
You
that don't
accept it.
mean. That
Are
don't,
you a citizen of the United States of America?
RD.
Are you?
RD.
Are you a citizen
Calm
of the United
down.
States of America?
Listen.
No, I'm asking a question.
No, listen.
Are you a citizen
That
of...
doesn't mean that racism exists. That's a dumb question.
No, it's not a dumb question. It was a statement, first off.
That is,
and second off...
RD, that's the most dumbest question I ever heard.
How?
Because you said
Then
just
you
because
acknowledge you're not a citizen of the United States, are you, or you're not?
RD, just because somebody is a citizen of the United States and
Yeah,
the government
mhm.
say that racism exists, that doesn't mean racism exists. Are you crazy?
That you have to acknowledge it. It's
No, you
systemically
don't.
within our government laws.
No,
Yes.
you don't.
Oh, so we can go protest against racism.
Racism doesn't exist. How are you going to protest
So we
against...
can protest against our systematic acceptance of racism within the
you're
United
not
States
making
government
any
laws.
sense.
Yes, I am. You're not listening.
Nick,
Listen,
can-
I'm
Nick,
listening. Listen.
Hold on.
You want me to speak slower for you? I will. Okay.
Hold on.
United States government has a systematic.
ARDENE.
What?
Nick gonna help you. He kind of white.
No, I don't know how to help her.
Okay,
This
let me
is
hear.
off the deep
Let me hear
end.
what he
There's
said.
She like, what's wrong with her?
I don't know how to help her. It's off the deep end. She's saying that the U.S. government determines reality. Does she agree with everything the government? ARDENE, do you agree with everything the government does?
That's why I went out and protested.
So then,
I
what are you arguing, Jesse? What are you arguing here?
Because he's saying one thing on one side, one thing on the other. He's sort of like, whoa, forked tongue there. Yeah, possibly. He's saying two different versions. Yeah, I'm calling you on it. It's a systematic.
But do you believe
in
that?
our government, they've accepted racism.
Do you believe what you're saying?
Yes.
You believe it?
I believe it because of Rodney King trials. Yes, they were acquitted. Yes.
ARDENE, where's Rodney King now?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the trials.
Where is Rodney King now?
The police. I'm talking about the police officers that
Where is Rodney King now?
We're not talking about that.
Amazing. ARDENE, thank you, but you crazy.
My case closed.
You crazy. Your case ain't closed. What the? STETSON is out of Washington State. STETSON, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
I want to say there was a great opportunity meeting you and the team down there. And
yeah, good meeting you, man.
If anybody's on the fence about doing it, the devil owns the fence, and they just need to go and experience it for themselves. And
you was at the Men's Forum and Sunday Fellowship, right?
Correct.
Right on.
Yes, and I learned a lot about myself and situations. And when I was down there, I was dealing with the whole medical, trying to get a physical thing so I could go on this missions trip. And I got through that, and then it came to the vaccination status of it. And they said that I needed to get all of these vaccinations. And I'm like, okay, well, this is I'm like, all right, well, I guess I got to do this for the Lord, and everything is for God, and praise Jesus. And I'm like, I'm going to go on this mission. And I get to when I'm about to get them, and I'm freaking out. And then I got this, the guy that's supposed to give me the shots, he's from Africa. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I got to ask this guy what's up. And he looks at all the vaccinations I'm supposed to get. And he looks at me, he's like, what are you doing? And you're going on and doing this? He's like, you don't need any of these. And I'm like, oh, thank God. I'm like, I was freaking out. Like, I have to get all these vaccinations. And the dude from Africa said, I don't need these. So then I call up the head nurse lady at the missions place, and she says, I need to get all these vaccinations. And I said, well, according to your sheet, it says that they're just recommended. And I actually talked to a guy from Africa, and he says that I don't need to get any of these, that I'm leaving in 2 weeks, and these vaccinations aren't going to be any good anyway. And they're hepatitis A and B, and he said, like, as long as you're not having gay sex or using needles, then you're fine. I'm like, okay, I'm fine then. But the lady would not let me go through. She's like, and I told her, these are recommended. And she's like, where are you getting this document? Like, you sent it to me. And she's like, it doesn't say that. I'm like, it literally says on the document, these vaccinations are recommended. So to make a long story short, she just said, no, if you don't get these vaccines, you're not going to go. I'm like, but it says I don't have to get them. I'm like, well, I guess I'm not going.
Did she know you were going on a trip for the Lord?
Yeah, and that's what I told her. I was like, this is for God. I'm like, why do I need to get, like, God gave me everything that I need. And like the whole COVID thing came up because the CDC, HWO, they're saying you need to get this. I'm like, well, I don't listen to them because of the whole COVID thing. And I was like, I guess I'm not going. And the lady, she's like, well, I'm just really sorry. And then I heard that in the tone of her voice and like how she said it. I know you're not sorry. And I'm like, no, you know what? Don't be sorry. Maybe this is just a door that is shutting. I'm not going on this missions trip. God has something else planned for me. And she's like, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you don't get to go. And I took that away from her. I'm like, no, don't be sorry. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
And just the anger, because like the whole health thing was just a huge issue. And I keep getting these fat women nurses, mainly white, and they're all telling me that I can't go do these things for the Lord because I'm not physically fit. And I'm like, then I got this black dude from Africa that says, go for it. It's like, I'm going to South Africa and Madagascar. I'm signing up for this. I'm not getting paid. I'm doing this on my own dime. And I got these women out there in these positions that say, no, you don't get to do it. That's like, okay, the women just need to get out of the workforce. They are ruining everything. I can't even go on a mission for the Lord. So it just, but I'm not even mad. I'm not even angry anymore. It's like, well, this is the way the world is. And one last thing, when I was at church, I said that anybody that has a dog is evil. I want to take that bad juju out of the air. Not everybody. Most people that have dogs are evil. And the reason why I say this is because I went down to the beach after church, and I returned my bicycle, and I was getting on a scooter. And while I had my back turned, somebody's dog came up and attacked me and bit me. And then the person, and I freaked out. I said some choice words because I didn't know what was going on. And the person just walked away. They didn't say sorry. They didn't stop and turn or nothing. And everybody that was around me, I'm down at the beach. Nobody even acknowledges the thing that just happened. This dog just attacked me. These people are just walking away. And I'm just standing there swearing up a storm, being like, what? Is this what's going on? Like,
Did you get a rabies shot?
No. Well, then I have to go get another vaccine, and I got to go through all these.
Don't dogs have rabies?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Well, I'm fine now.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
Right. Okay.
But it's just, so I want to take that bad juju out of the air. Not everybody that has a dog is evil. Just 99.9% are evil.
Amazing.
So just watch your back. But yeah, it's just, I'm not angry about it anymore. It used to really upset me when I get these fat women that say I can't go do a physical thing. I'm like, what? How are you? I'm like, oh, it's just the evil in the world.
Yeah.
And
Well, don't be
just the way it
angry and all is well.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go on and move down to Arizona in the Phoenix area. It's like, all right, well, I guess I'm not going on a mission for the Lord. So I'm just going to
That's right.
just go do something else. But,
Right
hey,
on.
it's great meeting you and the team and everything. And life is a trip.
Right
It is
on.
a trip. Just don't get angry. Just let things say things are going to happen.
Watch out
So
for the
just let it-
dogs.
Yeah, watch out for the dogs. Watch your back.
That's right.
So,
All right,
okay.
Stetson. Good to hear from you,
Well, thank you.
Stetson.
Yep.
All
I'll
right,
keep you updated.
All
Take
right.
it easy. Bye.
Okay. 888-77-JESSE. Who let the dogs out? Let me go to Stephen out of California. Stephen, you are on the air.
What's up, Jesse?
All is well, Stephen.
Right on. I drive for work, so I'm going to do my best to make this clear.
Okay.
So, I was listening, man, great couple callers. Nardine or what is her name?
Ardene.
That's the crazy one?
Ardene.
Ardene sounds like my mama. She the way that she talks about the racist stuff, that's how my mom talks about Jesus.
What the? It made no sense. Just because the government said racism is this, and if you're a U.S. citizen, you got to believe it. That doesn't even make any sense.
I don't know, man, but it reminds me of the same spirit as my religious. And I'm going to say this might be controversial, but I think intellectual white women are worse than black women.
In what way?
They just seem like they're less aggressive, but they seem unreachable. Like they're just so lost in their thoughts.
Yeah, you cannot reach an intellectual person unless they want to give up the intellect. And most intellectual people do not want to give up the intellect because it's such a big ego. They think that they're God.
That is so true. Hey, I hear the music. I got a few more things I wanted to ask you about.
Hold on. Let me take a quick break. Hold on. The Treasure Chest is now open on DLive and Stretch Off on Pules.net. Back in a moment. So, here's what I recommend. I invite you to download my silent prayer, and I want you to start doing it. You just download it, get the points of how to do it, and then after a while, you just do it on your own. It's going to point you in the right direction that your life will be returned to you from God. He will give you your life back, because anyone and all people who has anger, they're not themselves. You are the person that you are angry at. That's why it's so important to get to know yourself so that you can see who you're angry at. And if you're doing the hooping and hollering prayers and things like that, some people get up, oh, praise the Lord, hoop and holler, bless my mama, bless my daddy. Continue to do it. Do both. You will see if you want to stay with the hooping and hollering, or do you want to be still and know God. So my gift to you, no charge, at rebuildingtheman.com/church. Jesse, 888-7753-773. The Hake report coming up right after the Jesse Lee Peterson show at the top of this hour. The Hake, Hake report.com from 9 to 11. And then after the Hake report, the American Anchor Baby. The American Anchor Baby. Given to you by God at 11 a.m. from 11 to 1 p.m. Pacific time. And don't forget to check out Punching TV, a brand new episode there. PUNCHIE.TV. All right. And last but not least, don't forget to support what we're doing here, helping others. As you've been helped, go to make a donation or your tithe and offering, all that. You can mail it in, check the money out to Bond, BOND, and mail it to Bond, P.O. Box 35090, LA, California, 90035. That's P.O. Box 35090, LA, California, 90035. Or you can call it and make a donation. 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Or you can scan the QR code to support Bond. Scan the QR code to support Bond. Or, so you have no excuses. Oh, I couldn't find out how to do it. Go to rebuildingtheman.com/donate. Rebuildingtheman.com/donate. And thank you for helping us to help others. I do appreciate it. Let me go quickly back to Stephen, a truck driver out of California. Stephen, you said you had another question?
Yeah, real quick. Hey, Jesse, where is Patrick now?
I'm sorry? What do you say?
Was he talking about St. Patrick?
I don't know.
I think he dropped.
He dropped off.
Trucker.
Let me go to
Trucker on the road.
GIGI out of Washington State. GIGI, you are on the air.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey, GIGI.
How are you?
All is well.
Great. So I heard you talk to the man, and you were asking, does your wife obey you?
Right.
I just wanted to understand what, your literal meaning of obedience is, with a woman and a man.
The woman should first associate the man. Love what's right with all their heart, soul, and might. To love God. And when they put that first and then love their neighbors their enemy as themselves. When they put that first, you're going to naturally become a woman, and you're going to see clearly how to obey your husband in the right way. It won't be a thing at
Okay.
all.
Okay. So, for instance, if a man, say a woman, loves God and then is worshiping God, and God forbid she marries somebody, and did not discern that this man was not a true lover of God, and then he tells her to stop, worshiping God. Is she supposed to obey him at that point?
I can promise you that if a woman or a man is seeking what's right first, the man or the woman, the lady is not going to marry a man that is not seeking what is right. And the man is not going to marry a woman who is not seeking what is right. It's just not going to happen. But if you're not seeking God, you're going to always marry the man who is of evil and not of good. And the man is going to always marry the woman. The man is going to always marry the woman who is not of God. Two devils get married and then they fight. That's why marriages don't work, because they are not put together by God. They are put together by evil. But you're not going to marry, let's say that you're seeking what's right and you're not married. You're going to only want what's right and nothing else.
Right.
And then God will add, if it's meant for you to have a husband or family, he will add that unto you. You won't have to look for it, and it'll be fine.
Okay. So I wanted to know if a woman can be deceived. Like, she thinks this man knows what is right and, met him in church. And can she be deceived and, the man later changes?
Yes. She can be deceived because she cannot see what she's getting into. Absolutely.
Okay. So in that case, what happens should, when the man changes and then tells her you cannot serve God anymore?
You cannot what? Serve God?
Serve God. Yeah.
But if you're truly, truly one with the Father, no man or no one or nothing can tell you you can't serve God anymore. That would be impossible. I mean, you let him go.
Okay, good. Okay, so she's allowed to let him go.
I mean, if he's really, really seeking, if she's really, really doing what's right, I mean, if that's what it takes, absolutely. But just don't be angry at him. Don't resent him. Are you having that situation?
Yes.
Your husband don't want you to serve God?
Something like that.
And how do you feel about that?
Disheartening, because, really disheartening.
And why do you feel disheartened by it?
Because I felt, when we did get married, that was the purpose of us getting married, to serve God together and to love God together. And when I see the changes, I just, was sad that I probably got deceived.
Well, don't be sad about it. Be glad to see it, but don't resent him for it, because he can possibly change. Don't be sad.
Okay.
Don't judge him. Don't be mad. Just be glad that you can see and continue to work on you, and whatever's meant to be will happen naturally.
Okay. Thank you.
But if you get angry, you're going to make the wrong decision.
Right. I mean, I want to go to heaven. I'm not going to let a man not make me go to heaven.
Well, don't get angry then, all right?
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome, Gigi.
Bye-bye now.
Bye. 888-7753. 773-888-77. Jesse. Jesse. Let me go to Angel out of first-time caller out of California. Let's see here. Angel, you are on the air.
I just wanted to say thank you, because I was raised by a single mother, so
Yeah.
I grew up like a beta male basically, and listening to your show, listening to you have what you were saying, and actually trying to like, okay, let me see what he's talking about, I started to understand, how to become a man, and because I have a son, it made me realize like a lot of the stuff that you say is, everything that you say is true. And I just wanted to say thank you, for the work that you're doing, because there's a lot of people, a lot of evil that it's against you,
Yeah.
and you don't let that stop you, and you're out here helping, everyone from young men like myself to older people that are finally, realizing and finally decided to, be good and, be good for God and love the Lord and all that good stuff.
Well, you stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, all right? Don't give up. Stay with it, and then don't hate. Don't be angry at anyone. They have a right to be wrong. And if you want to be of love, don't judge them. You see it for what it is, but don't judge it. Don't be angry.
Yeah. I also, how you say you have to forgive your mother. I
Yes.
forgave my mother. I told her, hey, things happen. It's okay. I love you. You have all the children you got to focus on, do your thing, and I'm always going to be here if you need a hand, Mom. And yeah, it felt really good. I don't get angry anymore,
Right on.
and I understand, it's a battle between good and evil. That's all it is.
Absolutely.
Racism does not exist. Love the Great White Hope. Man, the Great White Hope. Yes. And one of my buddies is listening right now. So if you could please say lesbian, it will make my day and his.
If I do what now?
If you say lesbian.
Don't be a lesbian. Amazing.
Oh, yes. You have a wonderful day, Mr. JLP Peterson.
I will, man. You stay with it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Amazing. Super, super. Super chat.
Super chats. All love tea. Bought a coffee. Buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Before I discovered you, I Bible thumped to my sister-in-law because she was slandering God. And now she resents my wife and I. It should be my wife and me. How do I resolve this situation? I want to call, but I work 9 to 5.
Working 9 to 5, try to make a living. Apologize to her for imposing your will on her, and then let her go. Because anyone that's imposed God on people is an evil person. Christ said, when he healed, go and tell no one. But evil people are always trying to impose God on others. So apologize and then be done with it. Wish her well. She has a right to be wrong, and you're wrong for trying to make her right. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. All love tea. Nikki 313, biblical question. Have you
ever asked yourself whether you're ascending or descending spiritually?
Absolutely. I don't forget where I came from or where I'm going next. So to me, the only way forward is to transcend and ascend. Spiral emoji thing.
Repeat that again.
Absolutely, I have.
Okay.
I don't forget where I come from or where I'm going next. So to me, the only way forward is to transcend and ascend.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki. And I'll put my little 2 cents in on Sunday. I appreciate it.
Over on pilled.net, the veteran-owned platform where we stream, Tin Man 1295 gifted the cookie saying, thanks, Jesse.
Thank you, Pews.net. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Anthony L. with a couple of sunglasses, cool sticker smileys.
Amazing. Thank you. Anthony L. Amazing.
JV the Great. I don't think ARDENE realizes how crazy she is. She needs to stop and think about how she became brainwashed like this.
But she wasn't even making any sense, though, and she sounds so convinced that she was making sense. And then I didn't even know really how to respond. I would know. It just didn't make sense. But I wish her well. Amazing. Thank you.
Over on buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, Jamie. The majority of Democrats and protesters are unhappy because they ain't got no money. Poor, dead-end jobs, paying rent, convicted of crimes, multiple babies from many men, and being miserable. They ain't got a pot to pee in.
Or a back door to throw it out of. Amazing. Thank you.
Shout out to the top
Have
contributors.
you heard that before?
Yes, from you only.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Ain't got a pot to piss in or a back door to throw it out of. Amazing. Now you know you're poor.
Indeed.
Amazing.
Bill West, shout out to Misty Games for Rec, Kilo Alpha Tango Aries 1, Kid Combo 1, Cactus Eater Bear, Groovy Monkey Army Ann, and the rest of the D Live crew.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you all very kindly.
Yeah.
And thank you guys. I do believe, let me just make sure, that's all for now.
Amazing. Do you think it's interesting, Hake, that all of a sudden everybody worried about gas prices? All of a sudden, it's just such a tragic thing right now. It's just been 2 weeks or so when the whole time Biden was in, gas prices, as William said from California, everything was through the roof. Bacon, eggs. I remember when they were pushing over the eggs.
Right.
And that, like, all of a sudden, the sky is falling.
Right. I do find that interesting. People are very susceptible to propaganda and short-term hype and overreaction.
They don't even know.
Yeah, and they think they're thinking for themselves. Everybody thinks they think for themselves.
And then when you try to encourage them to have common sense, you weren't upset. We're not upset with Biden, and the whole time the gas price was up. Everything was up. Expensive. But all of a sudden, 2 weeks in, the price is going. It went down, but it went up for 2 weeks. And now you're panicking. What? Amazing. Jackson is a first-time caller out of North Carolina. Jackson, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Jackson.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. All is well.
All right. Jesse, I just wanted to ask you a question if you had any general advice for young people either graduating university or are just turning of age to get into work, but rather, just these young people who are looking for entry-level jobs because it seems like a hard thing to get right now. If you don't have much experience, it's hard for people. So what's your take on the situation? What can people do to help themselves?
Don't go to college. Forget about college. Too expensive. And the only thing you're learning now how to hate America. And secondly, get a trade. So many trade jobs out there, Jackson, that is not even funny. And so, like in the good old days, we were taught, because trade schools existed and everything at that time, but get a trade, become a plumber or some type of your own trade, and you can go anywhere in this country and get a job. The jobs are there. It's just that the people are not qualified to do the jobs. Because everybody, their mama, have been told to go to college. You're not going to succeed in life unless you go to college. That's a setup. They're using you to make money. Encourage
But
them
not
to
everyone.
get a trade.
Not everyone can do a trade, right, Jesse? Some people have to do, other things. Got to learn like coders and stuff. What about those guys?
Like what now?
Are you saying that's a smart thing to do right now? Is do a trade, or should everyone do that, or? Is college good for some people? Like, I don't know, you're doing engineering.
College is
is it ever a good idea?
Yeah, college is fine if you want to learn a trade in college, like engineer. You can get a job as engineer, right? But don't go to college and learn stupid stuff. But take a class that you can create a real job from. But if you don't want to go to college, which is not a must, get a trade. Everyone can get a trade. Can do a trade.
Sounds like you're saying just learn something, learn how to do something now, and get your foot in the door, sort of energy.
Absolutely. Start where you are. The first thing is to get a job at McDonald's somewhere. You can get a job. They are there, Jackson. It's just that a lot of young people don't like working anymore.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
don't know. They feel like the jobs just aren't out there, Jesse. That's what my friends say. My peers.
What do they
we'll
mean they're not out? What do you mean they're not out there?
Well, I think I read something the other day that the average young person applying for a job has to apply over 1,000 jobs before they get an actual offer. Isn't that crazy? Over 1,000 applications have to be sent out. I mean, that's a lot of applications. You know, it just seems like if either there's no jobs or the jobs out there are these like ghost jobs, these filler jobs.
What's a ghost job?
Oh man, you gotta look into this, Jesse. These companies will put up fake jobs on like job forums, like Indeed or LinkedIn.
Oh, I see.
But they don't exist. Yeah, they don't
But
exist. So
that's why it's
people
best
are just
to-
sending out applications.
I find it really, really difficult to believe that you can't find a job nowadays. Go knock on the door. Don't do it online. Go to the company and meet the boss or the interview a person and present yourself. You can get a job. They are there.
Mhm.
So-
Put yourself out there.
Yeah. Don't accept
All right.
the idea that you can't get it. I appreciate it, Jackson.
Can I get an amazing?
Amazing. And that is
All right,
amazing.
thank you.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Yeah. Amazing. Super. Super chat.
Super chats. Angel Angela, no message.
Thank you, Angel Angela. I appreciate it.
Allison C, thank you, Jesse. I can't get my chats to go through. I think YouTube is messing up, but I love your chat too, and I miss you guys. I'll try tomorrow. Red heart, purple heart.
Who's that from?
Nick, Allison.
Allison. What's the problem?
Can't get her chats to go through.
Oh.
Thinks YouTube is messing up.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate it, and thank you.
Everblazer has been a member on the Jesse Lee Peterson YouTube channel for 10 months.
Amazing.
Says, you told Harpo to beat me.
All my life, I've been beat by men. My daddy, my brothers. I ain't gonna take it no more. Oprah. Amazing.
Jamie says it's crawfish season. Jesse, have you ever had boiled crawfish? You, Hake, and the crew come down south to the Bayou state of Louisiana. We'll have some of the best and try some frog legs, also char-grilled oysters, along with some bread pudding for dessert.
I used to, when I lived in Alabama, I used to go fishing, and we used to catch those crawfish things, and we threw it back in the water. I didn't even know people ate crawfish until I met white people. What do they eat? They don't have meat on them, or do they? Amazing. And frog leg. No, you have frog leg there.
Derek says frog legs are good.
My producer said he had them. He black, but he think he's white. Ain't nothing white about Derek but his skin.
Nothing black about Derek.
I mean, ain't nothing black about Derek but his skin. He had frog legs. But thank you for the invitation. I appreciate it.
Very kind.
Yeah.
All love T regarding the biblical question.
Have you ever asked yourself whether you're ascending or descending spiritually?
I believe we start perfect and innocent as infants and descend as we age in this fallen state world. But we can ascend as we overcome, and it's amazing. So he doesn't answer the question.
Oh, it's not answering the question.
He
Thank
just
you, though.
talks about it.
I appreciate that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Jamie, the majority of Democrats and protesters. Oh, I read that one about the Democrats and protesters. I had accidentally skipped a couple. And thank you guys.
Thank you.
And let me check. I think that's all for now, y'all.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you for your support. Amazing. I am out of time. To Rick and is this Steven, the truck driver?
Yeah.
Oh, that is? He called back. I didn't realize he called back. And the other caller, I'm out of time. Steven, call me tomorrow, man, if you can. I didn't know you were calling back. I think your call dropped or something happened. But where am I? Stay with us, stay with us, stay with us. Thank you for your support. Do what you want. I suggest you practice staying present. Keep your mind where your body is. Know what you're doing at all times. And you can't go wrong. You will have an amazing life. All right? Stay with us, stay with us. Rick and all the other callers, tomorrow is Black Excellent, the first 2 hours of Wednesday. And what else? Manhood Hour. Bye, y'all. Hake coming up now. And then the Anchor Baby. Bye.
The views, information, thoughts, and opinions expressed during this show are the individual's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the JLP Network or Bond. Their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. The material and information presented here is for general information purposes only. The JLP Network and Bond name and all forms and abbreviations are the property of its owner, and its use does not imply endorsement of or opposition to any specific organization, product, or service.
We have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God, it is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women, families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, they're miserable, they have rough lives, they're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they overcome it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingaman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven.